Hey guys, welcome to Mason Merck Metal Detecting. So today's episode is going to be something a little different than you're used to seeing from our channel. You know, normally I'm out with Mason or by myself and we're just sweeping metal detectors around, finding relics, doing all kinds of cool stuff. But today's episode is going to kind of highlight one of those objects I found. And for those of you that follow our channel all the time, you guys know that back in April, I was sent to Hawaii for work, and again, I wasn't there with my family, so I had just tons of free time on my hand once I wasn't working, and I just went out to Hawaiian beach after Hawaiian beach and just found all kinds of stuff. But one of the things I found there was what I consider to be probably my most touching and sentimental object ever. And I haven't shared that footage with you guys yet because I wasn't sure really how to go about doing it. But I'm just going to do a special episode. I ended up deleting all the other footage from that day, and we're just going to focus on this one object. And you know what? Why don't we just cut to the footage and we'll show you what that is. I didn't actually film myself digging it up. I turned the camera on after because I was in the vicinity of some other people. And you guys will see why. When you find one of these things, you know, it's not something you want to tread lightly with. It's a pretty important thing. So anyway, again, let's just cut to the footage. You guys can see me finding it, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it a little bit. Alright guys, sorry for the wind. I'm sure it's really loud in the microphone there. At North Beach in Hawaii, I wasn't sure if I was going to end up filming, but I found some things already. I'll show you. I'll just give you a look at what they are. So one of these items, I'll just show it to you. I won't show you the name that's on it for the privacy of the person. But these are military bands that people in the military, they get, if they lose a friend, they get their, you know, the date they were born, what division they were in. Little picture. This one has Pikachu on one side and the American flag on the other. And apparently it's a Marine that passed away. I'll look up his information. Maybe I'll contact the family, see if I can do a little information on the person. But obviously they passed away, and just wanted to say thank you for your service. Looks like they were only 24 years old, so that's pretty sad. But probably fighting for their country. But anyway, I did find another one of those, but the water. These are pretty popular with people in the military that lose friends. They get their names put on bracelets, and they carry them with them probably for the rest of their lives. But here's another one. Obviously not going to be able to get any info off that one because the water washed it clean. But all right, we'll see what else we can find here. Take a look at the waters though. You want to talk about some unforgiving water. Alright guys, we're just gonna do a quick little wrap up. I wasn't here long, but I got some stuff, so we'll just show you the wrap up. Alright, again, this is North Beach in Hawaii. So there's our typical pile of trash. We hit for the cycle again with a quarter, 3 dimes, a nickel, and 3 crusty old pennies. We got this. I'm pretty sure it is a toe ring, the 2 military bracelets, and a pile of fishing sinkers, which I don't know how I'm gonna bring all that stuff back with me on the plane. My backpack's gonna weigh like 200 pounds with all the fishing sinkers I found. All right, we'll see where we end up next. All right guys, so now that you've gotten a chance to see the footage and see what I found, here they are. So these are called remembrance bands, and these are what fellow soldiers buy and put them on their wrists, and I don't know if they wear them for the rest of their lives or what they do, but they wear them to honor their fallen fellow soldiers. So this one was the first one I found, and you can tell it's just completely it's a painted band, so the paint's completely gone because the salt water just cleaned it. And this was the second one I found, which, again, I'm not sure how long it was on that beach, but it is still perfectly intact. A couple little scratches, but you can read everything on it. And just like you saw in the video, there's Pikachu and the American flag. And this one says, Lance Corporal Kameron Lopez, United States Marine Corps. He was born December 1st, 1998. So young. And he passed away on June 19th, 2022. And tomorrow will be June 19th, 2023. So tomorrow marks 1 year of him passing away. And then the last line is, I guess, typically something that the individual that's going to wear the band gets to something that they shared together. And this one says, Marine Detachment Naimi. Now, I had no idea what that meant, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So when I found this thing, the first thing I did when I went home was just typed Kameron Lopez, Lance Corporal Kameron Lopez. I typed it into a Google search to see what would come up, and it was, let me just tell you, it's very touching. The first thing that came up was a YouTube video, like what we do, but from a company called Honoring Our Fallen. And what they do is anytime somebody serving the country passes away, they make a video to honor them, and this video was very, very touching. I'll put a link up in the description to our video, so that anybody that's watching this that wants to see it, you can go over to Honoring Our Fallen. Like I said, I'll put the link in our description, and you can see Cameron's tribute video. It's a very touching video. You can try to watch it without getting your eyes teared up, but it's going to be hard. They flew his body across the country to his family in California to have him buried, and I'll tell you what, it's a very touching video. But anyway, I'm going to read some stuff here that I got off the website there for Kameron after he passed. And so it says, Lance Corporal Kameron Lopez, age 23. So I said in the video he was 24. Again, I was just reading on the beach. I was off a couple months. He was actually only 23 years old when he passed away. Was serving with the Marine Corps in North Carolina. He was attached to the 3rd Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division at the time of his passing. He loved being a Marine and was a fine example of exactly what a Marine should be. Lance Corporal Kameron Lopez passed away on the morning of June 19, 2022, surrounded by family and close Marine friends. Kameron was loved deeply by his friends and family. Just so tragic. Such a young guy. His passion for life was infectious. His dedication to serving and defending our country continues to be inspiring. He had an incredible sense of humor and the world's best smile. All right, sorry about that, guys. He was extremely likable and profoundly kind. There will never be another person quite like him. He will be greatly missed by many. And so first thing I did was I reached out to Honor Our Fallen to see if I could somehow, get in contact with the family to see if this is something that they would want me to send to them that they can have as a keepsake. Even though, it's, like I said, it's one of my most touching finds, and I'd love to keep it myself, but it doesn't belong to me, and it's not right for me to keep it. So I wanted to make sure it got back to somebody that Kameron was special to. After talking to his mother back and forth a little bit through the Facebook Messenger, she explained to me what Naimi, again it says Marine Detachment Naimi on the bottom, and she explained to me what that was. So that's, he was an embassy guard in Africa. Naimi was the town that he was stationed at, so that gave the mother an opportunity to figure out who this may have belonged to based on what that said there, and then also where I found it on North Beach in Hawaii. She said that this bracelet belongs to one of his comrades that he was stationed with, and she said, seeing that bracelet and knowing you found it in Hawaii is incredible. Hawaii was a special place that she often took her son to, and that was their last trip together before he left for the Marine Corps. And she said they visited Pearl Harbor and the beach near the Marine base, and he loved Hawaii. Another thing on this bracelet is Mason. Another thing on the bracelet, which Mason's actually familiar with. Good timing, bud. He knows who this is right here. Who's that?
Pikachu.
So that's Pikachu. So something you don't typically see on these bracelets, something like that. And the mother explained it to me was on one side you get the American flag, on the other side you get something that you had in common with the individual. So she explained to me that since Kameron was a little boy, he was very much into Pokemon and anime. He built his own computer and loved playing computer games. He never stopped enjoying all the things he loved doing as a child in regards to video games and anime. The band is to also have something special that represents something that only they shared, kind of like an inside joke is what his mother said. So this was between the individual that was wearing the bracelet and Kameron. This was like their inside joke or something special. So maybe they were both into Pokemon or video games or whatever. But anyway, she was able to figure out, based on that information, who that bracelet belonged to. So we got his contact information, his name. His name's Nathan. For the privacy of him, I won't share his last name. But I reached out to him, and we are going to, today, we're going to be dropping this band in the mail, and we're going to be sending it back to Nathan. And then originally when I was talking to Cameron's mom, Christy, she had said, you know, she would love to have the band, obviously, and but she didn't feel right about taking it because it didn't belong to her. So what I did was I went on to bandsofheroes.com, and these ones are actually a little bit different, but I had two made. These ones are actually etched, so they're not painted. They are painted, but the wording is etched, so these ones won't wear after time because it's engraved in there. So we had two of these made. One of these we're going to be dropping in the mail for Christy so she can have one. And again, like I said, tomorrow marks 1 year of the passing of her son, so we're going to drop that in the mail for her so she'll have that. And then I'm going to take mine. Again, like I said, it's a very touching thing. And here's our metal detecting display. We're gonna put one on display there with Cameron's picture and cherish it forever. Okay, guys, so I don't want to keep talking on and on and on and lose anybody's focus or attention to this video, because again, it is very important for everybody to understand. Us as metal detectors, when you guys find something like this and something that's so dear and important to somebody, we have the ability to do what I did today, well, what I did over the course of the last couple of months, and return this item to the family and just you know, put it back where it belongs. We've done that with rings, you know, identifications, anything like this, but this is even more important. So one thing I want to do is Laura over at Honor Our Fallen, she gave me permission to share the link to their video tribute to Kameron. Again, where they shipped his body from the East Coast over to the West Coast where he could be buried and be with his family again. So please, in the description to this video, please go in there, click the link, go watch that Honor Our Fallen video about Kameron. And yeah, I just, again, Kameron Lopez, Lance Corporal Kameron Lopez, I just want to say thank you for your service and your dedication to our country. You may be gone, but you are not forgotten. You're survived by your loving family members, your mom Christy, your stepdad Jack, your friend Nathan. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for your service.
Kameron Lopez, I just wanted to say thank you for your service.